Hi everyone, here's another episode of Pivot Possibilities, for you, by you. We love hearing from our customers and what you're going through during these times and how you've managed to come out on top. So take a listen.
Hi everyone, Kelly Browning, Director of Sales out of St. Louis, and today I'm in Belleville, Illinois at Eckert. We're going to go inside and talk to the buyer. So here we go. Let's go, guys. Hi everyone, I'm here at Eckert's with Angie, the owner of Eckert's, and we are going to talk about her store. So Angie, thank you so much for joining me today.
Absolutely. I'm excited you're here.
Thanks. So tell us a little bit about your store and how long you guys have been in business.
So we've been open with this country store, garden center, gift shop for over 100 years, but this physical store is going to be celebrating its 10th year anniversary in July. So I don't know what we're going to do for that yet,
Great.
but it's coming
I love
up.
it. That is great though, and it's been family owned for that long,
Yeah,
correct?
so we're seven, my husband and I and his sisters were the seventh generation. So a lot of responsibility on our shoulders, and we're so grateful for the generations before us. And it is totally family owned, and we do have outside family members that operate as managers and contribute obviously to the business. So.
Yeah, that is amazing. And you guys are an essential type of business here in Illinois.
Right, we're considered essential for a couple reasons. We have a grocery store that provides fresh meat, produce, deli products, dairy products, those sorts of things, as well as being a farm. So both of those businesses are able to operate even under the new restrictions in Illinois.
Okay. And so you guys have been really busy. When's the last time? I mean, how often have you had a day off in the last couple months?
Wild. It's been crazy for the last couple of months. I guess everything started in Illinois in mid-March. And I think it was just like every day trying to figure out how to keep everyone safe. And what are the products that people want to buy, because that has really shifted. We went from being more, gift sales and plant sales to really solid focus into perishable products, and now that's starting to transition back to some of the gift is starting to sell again, and so that's been, just staying on our toes and being able to react to the business that we have. I'm super grateful that we've been able to be open. My heart goes out to the businesses that couldn't be open. So I don't want it to sound like I'm complaining, because I'm not, but it's been like, you're kind of doing a scavenger hunt for product every week, and then also trying to figure out what the moving part of the day is going to be and react to that. So
I don't know about you, but I feel like I've worked harder than I have ever worked in many years.
It's been weird. But I think it's also been exciting to see how people collaborate, and I guess that's probably been the most impressive thing of this whole situation, is that businesses have collaborated, teams have collaborated, our employees have great ideas for how to service our customers. Customers have come forward with ideas, so it really does take a team to get through something like this, and I think that's probably been the most heartwarming thing to me.
Yeah, that is so great. How long have you been a Dan's customer?
I was trying to think about that. Okay, so I started working here 20 years ago in the gift and kind of buying gift. And at that time, we were a Gans customer because my mother-in-law bought from Gans. And so I don't know, I'd have to ask her how far it would go back, but it's been a long time.
That is great. Well, we appreciate you and your business, and it's so awesome to have you as a customer.
Well, you know what, that Gans has really evolved with all the trends over the years, and that's why it's so great, because I don't always have to be on top of every trend, because I just see it in your products and I'm like, oh, well, bees must be popular this year. So that's been helpful as a company that we sell a lot of products. Gans has really been helpful in taking some of the pressure off having to be on top of every little trend within the gift category.
Mm-hmm. What's been the mood of the customers coming in?
Well, I think initially in March, early March, people were really just nervous and scared. And nobody was really sure how they should act, but I feel like in the last couple weeks, we've kind of gotten into a rhythm. It's happening at my house too with my own kids, like they've finally found kind of this rhythm of their day. And I think all of us are kind of hitting this place where we don't love it, but we are a little more comfortable with it. So I'm finding the customers to be a bit more at ease, financially and physically. They seem a little more relaxed and have been taking more time to shop in the store versus getting products and getting out. So that's a great sign.
Yes, that is a very good sign. What about Mother's Day? That was our last big holiday that we had. How was Mother's Day for you?
It was really good. We grow seasonal produce. So right now it's asparagus and strawberry season, and the demand for local produce has been incredible, like bigger than any other year we've had. So I think that's been a silver lining for us, that people want local products and they want local foods. So if there's any way to tie into that kind of desire, demand for other businesses, I would highly recommend it. So for us, we had strawberries for that weekend and people came out for that. We also opened our restaurant for the weekend for carryout. We have had our restaurant closed through this period. So all of that was really good. But I think, the thing that we miss the most is that families come to Eckert's to spend time together. And right now that is really challenged because we can't open pick your own in the way that families could experience. People can't sit around a table and eat in our restaurant. So probably the biggest challenge and biggest impact on my heart is that we are all about having families here, and that experience is going to be very different this year for us, and I don't even know what that means exactly yet. We have started brainstorming and trying to come up with ways, but it's going to look very different for 2020.
So let's talk about social media.
Okay.
You are very big into social media. I always see you guys on Facebook posting a lot of things. That's how I know when strawberries are available and peaches come out and things like that. So tell me a little bit about your social media and your Facebook page and what you've done and how it's really worked for your business. We post multiple times a day on Instagram and Facebook. Those are kind of the primary platforms. And then we also email a couple times a week. Uh-oh. Time to cut!
Mowing on the farm. Anyway, so I think that that has kept us active with our customers.
Okay. And I know you guys have been doing like story time and things like that. Can you share a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, kind of getting back to that experience, if people are used to experiencing Eckert's in person, we've been trying to brainstorm ways that they could experience it through social media, either YouTube or a Facebook Live, Instagram stories, some way to bring the experience to them. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's a start. So the story time is just a little story and a craft that kind of uses supplies that people might have at their home. So a mom could do that pretty easily, or grandma or whatever. And then we also do some live talks about plants and gardening to give people ideas for things to do in their garden, because the demand for gardening products has been very high as well. I think people are investing in their home and really want it to be cozy, since they might be spending more time at home this summer.
So what kind of things are you doing to help people feel comfortable when they do come into the store?
Well, masks. In the state of Illinois, it's a state governor mandate to wear a mask while shopping, so that's one. But the first weekend this was announced, we put up plexiglass at the cash registers, so you'll see that. We also have little X's on the floor where people can stand that just says wait here, so that if there's a line in the strawberry room or at the meat counter, people kind of know where to stand for adequate spacing. And then fortunately we already have in and outdoors. That is also really a blessing, because I think it's a little more challenging when you only have one entrance into your physical location. So, okay. Yeah, and then just a lot of stuff on the back end with employees, telling them, to make sure they don't come to work if they're not feeling well. Even if they don't have a temperature, we're just like, hey, take the day off, call us tomorrow, tell us how you're feeling. Just really making sure that they're feeling well. And then also trying to do something every week for our staff, because we realize they're all working in what is perceived as a risky situation to some. They're essential workers, so we really need them. So, 1 week we do a little bonus, 1 week we did a t-shirt, 1 week they got a free custard. So just
amazing.
trying to have, things each week that keep them feeling appreciated.
Yeah, we
So.
appreciate those essential workers without
Yes,
a doubt. I mean,
yes.
it's got to be long days now.
It is, and we don't want to overwork them either because then you're stressed. So it's like really trying to balance all that out. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are your plans for Christmas?
Well, I buy all of my Christmas in January, so there's really no change to the buying. That's just that time of year works for me. So my plan now is just to max it out and get it out as early as I can. But I'm not making any changes to the buying. We do cut your own Christmas tree, and we do gingerbread workshops, so we're hoping to still be able to do those things. I'm not sure on how all the details will work out, but remaining hopeful.
Yes,
that's what I'm doing
absolutely,
about Christmas.
Absolutely. It's still going to be a holiday, and people are still going to celebrate it.
I think it's going to be huge. Personally, I don't like to make too many, predictions, but I think just people need this. They need the family time. They need all these things that we haven't had. So I think it's going to be an awesome Christmas season, really.
I agree, definitely. So what will be the most important characteristic of a supplier in this new world for you?
I think somebody who has an understanding that every business is pretty unique. Like, I've had some reps just checking in with a short email, like, hey, thinking about you through this period. And that's been really helpful. Or like sharing posts that we have. If the rep is in your immediate area, it's really helpful if they can just share your posts on social media so that other customers might see it, think of you. And just being compassionate to the needs. I mean, I think we're going from like a sales-focused rep role to a more business, focused, like making sure you're not trying to get an appointment to sell stuff. You're really selling them the stuff they want and need. And right now that's a little confusing because for a month and a half, I didn't sell any gift merchandise, and now it's flying. So, like, what the heck?
What's going on?
Remain flexible. That's what's most important in a rep.
Got it. I'll be flexible. No problem at all. What short-term things have you learned that you feel will be a big part of your business going forward?
I think that being flexible again, the collaboration has been good to just ask people what products they'd like to see you carry, and talking to your staff, because your staff, if they're the front line at the register and stuff, that will give you a lot of comments from customers. So I think just being really flexible. The other thing I didn't really touch on is curbside. We started curbside services in mid-March, and you can call Eckert's and place an order, and we'll take it out to your car. But we're doing that all like mom and pop style. It's not a piece of software that's helping us. It's people on the phone and a pretty basic system. So we're looking into a more sophisticated system that would allow us to be more efficient with the labor side of it, and handle credit card transactions and all of that through a platform. So that is something that we've learned is probably going to be a continuing concern for people now that they've gotten used to it. They really like that service. I don't think it's going away, so we might as well invest in how to make that a little bit better on our side. Yeah.
Well, Angie, I really appreciate you taking the time to let us know what's going on, what the mood of the customer is, what you're wanting from a rep. We appreciate your business with Gans too. I love coming to see you and coming to the farm. It's always so much fun.
And the sun's shining
And the
today.
sun is shining today, and I get to get strawberries, so I'm super excited about that. But again, thank you for your business, and thank you for your time and your friendship. I really do appreciate you.
I'd be giving you a hug.
Virtual hug. Thank you.
Hi everyone, now I'm inside Eckert's, and like Angie said, it's strawberry season. So look at all of the amazing strawberries that they have.